friends, I'm Shelley. Welcome to Cooking with Shelley, Pampered Chef style, and to my kitchen here at the Boston Tea Bed and Breakfast in Carp, just outside of Ottawa. So today is Pancake Day, and I wanted to bring you this delicious recipe that I'm having. And of course, there's different ways that you can have pancakes, right? We all grew up with all kinds of different pancake recipes. So today I'm going to do a gluten-free blueberry pancake. And this is like one of my favorites. And at the end, if I have some, I might even do another little treat. So stay tuned. All of the tools that you see in this recipe you can find on my website at www.pamperedchef.biz/ShelleyGosselin, and you can find the link below. Okay, now of course, if you do not want to do a gluten-free recipe, you just want to have a regular pancake, you can use this recipe that I'm going to use, a scratch recipe, using regular flour if you want. Or if you really want a great recipe or a great easy way of doing it, you can get a pancake mix, right? And this is one that I have that is delicious, a pancake and waffle mix. So it works not just for pancakes, but waffles too. And all you need to add to this is some milk and some butter, and that's it. But today we're going to be using a scratch recipe. And so into my batter bowl here, I've got a cup of almond flour and a quarter cup of flax seed. Now this is organic almond flour, fine ground, organic golden milled flax seed, okay? And then we've got some sweetener, and I'm using erythritol, so monk fruit erythritol blend, so it is it won't raise your blood sugar. So this is a keto recipe, low carb, but again, like I said, you can put in, if you want regular sugar, of course you can use that as well. And so that was my sweetener, and I'll just give this a stir. And I've got here a teaspoon of baking powder, it's your rising agent, and give that a stir in. And then I'm going to add a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. Here we go. Just mix those through your dry ingredients. Then we have 3 eggs. Now this is very simple. 3 eggs, and these are free-run eggs. Can't wait to get my fresh eggs from my neighbor again. I've been able to get some, but not very many during the winter because they're not laying as many in the winter time. So there's my eggs. Then we've got olive oil or avocado oil, and if you want it, you could use MCT oil in there, melted coconut oil. Olive oil would probably give a bit of a strong taste. So I'm just mixing that up together. And then the finishing touch is half a cup of carbonated water, and I'm using here club soda, but if you wanted to use a flavored liquid, you could do that too. And what this is doing is it's adding some more raising agent into the mix, and you will get a nice kind of silky smooth kind of batter here. Now you want to leave this for a couple of minutes, let it just to sit and work and kind of rise. And so in the meantime, so I'm going to be cooking these on my griddle. Now I've also got for the final touch here, I have some frozen Newfoundland wild blueberries, and I'm going to be adding those in right before I put them onto my griddle. And so today we're going to be using my electric griddle and grill, and I've had it heating a little bit, but I turned it off. So just going to set it to griddle, which is 350, okay? And we only want it for about, I'll put it for 25 minutes in case it cuts out, but these really, they just take 10 minutes, and then I just let it warm up. It will beep when it's heated, and then we'll be ready to add the pancakes. And also, when we get those done, I know I'm going to keep some, and I'm going to make some little treats, donut holes. And these are fabulous. You know those bits that you get at the store, like the Timbits or the Robin's eggs or things like that? Basically, they're the donut holes, and so we're going to use them. We've got this donut hole pan. Now, of course, I could do them using donuts, a donut pan. I could do a cupcake pan. Yesterday was cupcake day. I could make this into muffins, whatever you like. It's all about the shape that you use, as well as any toppings, okay? That's the big difference. So this one batter that I'm using for my pancakes, if I could make it a little bit thicker, I could have used less liquid if I want it, and made it a bit thicker so it's more cakey, but you'll see they will come out delicious anyway. So while I'm waiting for that to rise, I'm just going to, I've also got an Italian bread on here, Italian herb bread also from a mix, and that is just sitting there working away. So I'm just going to use my silicone brush to oil my pans just so that they will slip out easily. And I know that I'm not going to have too many, so I'm just going to do half of the pan. This one makes 2 dozen, 4, 6, 12, 2 dozen, but I'm only going to do a dozen, maybe not even a dozen, so it'll depend on how much I have left. Okay, and actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to take some of this out right now into, let me see here, I just had a half a cup, don't know where I put it, but okay, so I'm just going to use this one, my 1/4 cup, and take some out right now, and I'll add a few blueberries into that just to mix them up. I'm going to add them into my donut hole pan, and you only put it 2/3 full because otherwise they will overflow. Here we go. And that did almost 4. I'm just going to do 6 or 8 here and see how it goes with that. And I'll have to come back and add some blueberries. There we go. Add a few blueberries in there. And I'll show you these in just a minute. Let's see. we go. So it's so easy. And isn't it just crazy that you can use the same recipe to make different things? People think that it's so difficult to bake and to cook, but it's really, really quite easy, quite simple. All right, so I've got these made. I'll just wipe this off so that we don't have a mess on the pan. There you go. You see these? So they're going into the oven while we're doing the pancakes. I'll put these on for 10 minutes so that we'll know how it goes. All right, so next we're just going to open up our griddle, and so that I can get them all on at the same time, I'm going to use both sides. There we go. And you can pour, okay, it's ready. You can pour some oil on. I prefer to just use my brush so that the oil is not in places that you don't really need it, like running down the sides. If you pour it on, I find then it could run to the side depending on the level of your grill on your counter. All right. So now in order, you could just pour if you want. I'm going to see it gets a bit thicker as it sits there. So I'm going to use about 1/4 cup for each pancake. So they're not like big, whopping big pancakes, but they're nice size. And I should have moved it over a little bit. Of course, if you have a pancake, like a brown pan, that would work well as well. Our nice 8-inch saute pan goes well for that. All right, so just put it over to the side. I like to add my blueberries after so that I can work them. You can put them in before as well, but I find it turns your batter, so but you do whatever you prefer. So, and you can put them by hand if you want, or I find that putting them in by hand works usually better. You'll have purple or blue, whatever color you want. They're more like purple to me. Fingertips, but that's okay. I find it gets under the nails. That's the hardest place to get them out. And then of course, if you don't want to put blueberries in at all, you can also do like some banana. Who doesn't love banana pancakes? Or you can put it on top as well. So it's some blueberry, and also I'm going to do a little bit of banana. I have some bananas that are going really yellow, so just gonna do some banana ones as well. And you can do banana and blueberry if you want. It's all good, whichever you prefer, and these are just going to be so delicious. Delicious, nutritious. Flax is a great source of omegas, omega-3s. And of course, it's also a bulking agent, so it's a great cleanser for your intestines as well. And lots of nutrition in there. Flax, and of course, flax is gluten-free. So I actually have a small bread that I use, that I make for myself, that is made with flax and coconut flour. So if you're interested in any of these recipes, comment below or send me a private message and I will get you in on those, okay? All right, can't wait to have some of these. Yum, yum, yum. Now, if there's any left over, see, I could have had some more of my little bits there if I would have weighed it, but I wanted to get them in the oven, so that'll be another pancake that I'll do after. And so to get your pancakes, I like to use a spatula like this one. It's a flexible one, so that you don't end up breaking it all up. Now you can use butter, you can use some olive oil, you can use avocado oil, coconut oil, whichever you want to grease your grill, but you do obviously need some grease on there. Let's see how this is going. So the key when making pancakes is to let them just completely rise, and when you start getting the bubbles in the surface, then you know that they're ready. Got my griddle going. I've got it on the griddle setting. So of course you could have it custom as well if you want it. Sear, but for pancakes, this is a griddle recipe. So off we go. Then to serve it, you could have whipped cream. You can have maple syrup. I've got some Grandpa Cheese maple syrup here that's made locally, just an hour away. And I've got some fresh homemade apricot jam here as well. And like, who wouldn't want some whipped cream with that too, right? So I've got some whipped cream already made that I made with my whipped cream maker. And that is what we will be having there. So we've got 3 more minutes for the bits, the donut holes. And these are coming along nicely. They'll take, I find that with almond flour, they take a little bit longer to cook than with regular flour because they're a bit more dense. And they won't be as thick and fluffy, but oh so delicious. And then if you want to sprinkle some berries on top of your pancakes as well, nummy nummy. Oh, lost a piece of my banana there as I was flipping, but at least it wasn't the pancake. There we go. 2, 3. There. Let's see how these are doing. Coming along nicely. They kind of melted in together to one there. 1, 2, 3. Look how nice they look. Aren't they just beautiful? Golden brown. Yum, yum. Can't wait to have some. And then with those little donut holes that are cooking there, they will be just so delish. All right. So I would love to know if you could put in the comments what is your favorite way of eating pancakes? What are your favorite toppings? Can you share with us? I'd love to hear. And of course, if you need some whipped cream, the whipped cream maker is such an easy way to get your whipped cream without having to get out your mixer. This, if you only want a small amount, this is wonderful because you just basically pour in your whipped cream, put in your whipped cream, and just put in your top and pump. And 30 seconds later, you've got instant whipped cream, fresh, made from scratch. So you can't go wrong with that, right? So here, I think we've got some pancakes that are ready. Oh, yum. Look at these. Look at that. Just so delicious. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. And our donut holes, let me have a look and see. There'll be a couple more minutes. We'll have those in just a minute. So right now, I am going to put my extra one on. This is all a process. So once you start, the key with pancakes is once you start, you just stay on it. You don't want to leave it, not for a minute. This one will be a little bit bigger, maybe. And get every last bit. Use my scraper to scrape out every last bit so that I don't miss any. Now, another one that I love to make is lemon blueberry. So today we made banana blueberry, but I love lemon as well. So feel free to give that a try. And of course, the great thing is that you can make whatever kind of pancake that you like, or whatever somebody in your household likes. So I like to call this my crazy pancake batter. It's actually my crazy batter because, like I said, I can make pancakes with it, and by keeping it plain, then you can add your ingredients at the end. And so whatever flavors you want or what someone else wants, that's what you can do with it, right? So I've just got a little bit of banana left here. And just to keep it consistent, I'll put this in. And then being able to use that same batter for cupcakes, muffins, donuts, donut holes. It's all about the shape and what you add to it after that, right? So call it my crazy batter because that is what you can do with it. Anything that you want. Okay. My donut holes are ready. So let me get those. It's always good to have a baking rack all ready to go. Get my little silicone gloves here. There we go. And my bread will be going in there shortly. So here you see they rose up just to the top. And you just have to let them sit for a couple of minutes so they kind of sweat off the pan. And in the meantime, I'm going to get another pancake going here. Oh my, yum, yum. And you know what else I love to do with my pancakes? If I have some left over, I like to use them as, instead of bread, to make a sandwich or to warm them up the next day. I just pop them in my air fryer or on the pan. and they just come back as if they were just made, and they are so delicious. And you can, at this point, when they're all made and ready to go, you can actually let them cool and put them in a container and put them in the freezer if you want, and separate them. So here I've got another little batch. And we are all set. I'll let this one cook for a little bit longer. And now we're just all set to put on whatever toppings you want on there. And I am just going to start off with some maple syrup from just an hour away, and some whipped cream. See here. Love these little scrapers. I've got some going all the time. Some whipped cream. And then if you want, you can top off with some more blueberries or banana. Or, I mean, you don't even have to put your berries in your pancake mix. You can just put it on top, and they will taste so yummy as well. Let me just get a piece here and try. I'm going to taste this for you, okay? Because I'm sorry you can't be here to taste it, but I will do the honors for you. Oh my gosh. Just absolutely. They melt in your mouth. And chances are, you probably have everything you need to make pancakes right now in your cupboard, in your fridge. So if you have the anchoring, if this makes you hungry for pancakes, just run ahead and do that. And keep some of the batter for some of these little treats. Let's see here. Get my cake releaser. Get it out. It hasn't sweated enough. Look at that. These cute little donut holes. When they're cold, they're going to be so good too. The only thing I think I would do differently is add a little more sweetener for these to get them a little sweeter. To have like with some tea, coffee, a little snack. And you can pop those in the freezer as well. And then I'm going to try some of my homemade apricot jam with this as well. On one of the plain ones, because I love apricot jam, and that's something I'm going to do a video at some point on just jams, all different kinds of jams. This is just divine. Honestly, get some pancakes made today. Happy Pancake Day. I hope that you enjoyed this little demo. Remember any of the tools that you see here, and even some of the mixes, the bread mixes, the pancake mix. We have a delicious chocolate chip cookie mix, just delightful. And you can find them all on my website at www.pamperedchef.biz/Shelley Gosselin. So comment below, let me know how you like this, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe. Take care, and we'll see you back again soon for more delicious, healthy, and nutritious recipes. Ciao for now. Salut.